Hey guys, it's Kylie with Queen City Farm, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what health testing is required for Australian Shepherds, why it's important for breeders to health test, and why you should get your next well-bred purebred from a breeder who does all of the required health testing for your breed. Today we're only going to be talking about Australian Shepherds since that's what I breed, but this will apply for any breeder you're talking to for any breed at all. Here you can see the OFA website. This is where you're going to go to get your breed's required health testing. Up here at the top, you can see Browse Breed. Then you're going to, you can do the letters or you can just type in your breed's name. You're going to scroll down and see Australian Shepherds. Again, this is for whatever breed you're doing. And here you can see all of the required health testing for Australian Shepherds. So we have hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia, and an ACVO eye exam. That eye exam is done by a board-certified ophthalmologist. We also have the autoimmune thyroidism, the Collie eye abnormality, and the multi-drug sensitivity testing. As you can see on the right side, those are all optional but recommended. And I'm going to talk to you guys today about why I don't really think those are optional, and what other testing you really should be doing with Australian Shepherds for any breeder who you talk to. Why I don't think these tests are optional, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why OFA says they are. So the autoimmune one is causes the body to attack its own thyroid, which causes nearly every function in the body to go awry. Collie eye abnormality is a genetic disease that puppies get in the womb and their eyes do not form properly. And the multi-drug sensitivity is a genetic condition where a dog's body cannot handle certain medications that are normally safe for other dogs. So those are super important for Aussies, but are also important for other breeds. So if you go into our website, and this is my dog Lyra, and if you scroll down, as you can see, all of her health testing is here, and what we're looking at right now is her Merle length test, her UC Davis Merle length test. I think that all Australian Shepherds, no matter the color, so Merle or non-Merle or Tri, should all have Merle length testing. This is because there are unsafe combinations even if the dog presents as non-Merle or Tri. As you can see, Lyra here is 268, so she's just below what we would consider a Harley Quinn Merle or a high-length Merle number. And this will impact her future breeding prospects. So when we breed her in the future, we cannot breed her to a dog who has a certain Merle length test, even if it's a non-Merle. So if you look at my dog Aubrey, who you can see is a Tri dog, he is a red Tri, does not have any Merling pattern. He actually does have a Merle length of 215. As you can see there. And if you scroll down, you can see that this dog is non-Merle, just a red Tri. But he does have a Merle length number of 215. And this means that he is what we call a mosaic Merle. And why that matters is if we look at this safe and risky Merle combinations, he is in the MC category, which is a cryptic Merle. Now if we go over on this chart to M6 or 268, he is considered a safe combination. But if she was even a little higher, like a 269, it would still be what we consider a low risk. So some auditory impairments can happen. MC plus, these dogs are still Tris, so they do not present Merle. And if we breed that dog to a dog just like Lyra, a safe Merle length number, we're already at a low risk, not a safe. An MA plus, for example, is still a Tri dog. If you breed it to a high Merle number, if you didn't know your Tri had Merle length, it would be a high risk. So this is why it's really important to Merle length test all Australian Shepherds, in my opinion. You do not know really what lies underneath the surface with some of these dogs, so you really want to make sure that you're testing a safe length. What we're going to be going over next is your genetic traits for colors. So that will be dilute, that will be whether your dog carries red or brown in this case, or black, their tail length, and all kinds of things like that. And why this is important is because some traits are dominant, meaning only one parent has to possess them to be seen in the offspring, and some are recessive, so two dogs don't look genetically like they would have it, but they actually do if you test the genes. So looking at my dog Lyra's Embark results, you can see down here at the bottom, her D locus is big D, big D. That means that she does not carry dilute, and she would never be able to pass on dilute to her offspring. And that is important because dilute dogs often have a lot of skin issues, and it's also off standard. So you want to make sure you're testing all of your dog's genetic code, as you could say, to make sure you make the correct choice for breeding pairs. The next one is their B locus. So she's big B, little b, meaning she does carry red. So if you bred her to a red dog, you could also get red puppies, even though she is genetically not red. The next one is S. The S locus is depending on how much white there is in the coat. And this also has to do with deafness and stuff. So if your dog has a SP in that genetic code area, you're more likely to have a lot of white on the coat. Next is her tail length. So she actually was born with a naturally bobbed tail. You do not want to pair her with a dog that was also born with a naturally bobbed tail, as some of the offspring can actually have a shortened spine in the womb in development and actually pass away before being born. Some puppies are born alive, but they don't live very long. This one that I'm highlighting is CDDY. It causes shortening in dogs in the long bones, so shortness in the body, and that can pop up in some lines for Australian Shepherds, and it's really bad for their spines, so you want to make sure you're testing for that as well. And we're going to talk about, why does this matter? So why do you want to buy a dog who comes from parents that are fully health tested? Well, the answer is because we want to breed healthy dogs, not just cute ones. Health testing can help us make sure we're not passing on preventable diseases or painful conditions to puppies. Genetic testing, OFA exams, and DNA testing all go into play when making sure we're breeding healthy dogs to promote and continue on with the lines of healthy puppies. If you don't buy a dog that comes from health-tested parents, like if you get a puppy from a shelter, you might end up with a genetically okay dog with no issues, but a lot of the times there are genetic issues and also behavioral problems. Puppies may suffer from painful, expensive, or fatal conditions, and you as the owner of this new puppy might have to pay a lot of money to treat your new puppy when you could have gotten a dog from proven and genetically healthy dogs that you can make sure spends a long and happy life with you. The goal when breeding dogs is to breed healthy dogs, sound dogs in temperament and personality, and genetically responsible dogs. We don't want to contribute to more unhealthy dogs in the genetic pool of Australian Shepherds. At the end of this video, I've included some videos of me proving my dogs, not just through health testing and making sure that they're healthy, but also making sure that they're contributing something positive to the Australian Shepherd breed. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have an awesome day.